Today we're going to look at one of the simplest but most important ideas in water treatment, and that's chlorine residual. We'll go step by step through how it's calculated and why it matters for safe drinking water. So what does each term mean here? We have chlorine dose, chlorine demand, and chlorine residual. Well, when we add chlorine to water, some of it reacts right away with things like iron, organics, or even ammonia. And that part is called the demand. And whatever chlorine is left over to protect the water is called the residual. So mathematically, we can say that residual is equal to dosage minus demand. So let's do an example. So let's say we dose the water with 3.5 milligrams of liter of chlorine. And after some contact time, a test shows that the residual is 2.8 milligrams per liter. And we want to know what is the chlorine demand. So this is a very straightforward problem, and all we're going to be doing is looking at this very simple equation. So let's do a simple plug and play. So we know that the formula is equal to residual dosage minus demand. So the residual is equal to dosage minus demand. And right now we want to know what is our demand. We're given that the dosage is 3.5, so we'll just plug that under residual. And we know that, sorry guys, made a mistake there. We know that the dosage is 3.5, so we'll put that under dosage, which is 3.5 milligrams per liter. And we're looking for this demand, so we have a question mark. And we're given that the residual is 2.8 milligrams per liter. 2.8 milligrams per liter. So let's get this demand on its own, and I'm going to actually move it to the opposite side of the equation, because when I do that, this demand now becomes a positive. Remember, whenever you move something to the opposite side, the sign of it switches. So it goes from minus to plus. So our question mark is now plus, and that's our demand. It's going to be a positive number. Is equal to, I'm going to keep this the same. I'm going to keep it here, 3.5 milligrams per liter. And I'm going to move the residual over to this side. And because there's a positive in front of it, when I move it to the other side of the equation, it's going to be a minus 2.8 milligrams per liter. So before I do anything, I'm always check, are my units the same? Yes, they are. And that makes our life easy, which means we can simply just subtract 3.5 minus 2.8, and that gives us a demand of 0.7 milligrams per liter. So 0.7 milligrams of liter of chlorine reacted with impurities, and that is our demand. Let's do another example. So example 2. Let's flip it. Let's say this time we're looking for dosage. So if our water usually has a demand of, say, 0.8 milligrams per liter, and we want a residual of 2.5 milligrams per liter, how much should we dose it? So what is our dosage? Again, whenever I see a question like this, I know that I'm going to have to use this basic formula, which is, again, residual is equal to dosage minus demand. All right, so this time we're looking for dosage. So I'm going to put a question mark here. I know that the demand is 0.8 milligrams per liter. And again, I'm going to plug and play. I know my residual is 2.5 milligrams per liter. So we want the dosage on its own. So I'm going to move the demand over to this side. And when I do that, the sign flips. So that dosage is now equal to 2.5 milligrams per liter plus 0.8 milligrams per liter. Again, before I do anything, I check that my units are the same, and they are, which makes my life easy. So I simply add 2.5 plus 0.8, and I get my dosage is 3.3 milligrams per liter. So we would feed 3.3 milligrams per liter of chlorine to reach that residual. Now, it's easy to see this on paper, but it's always important to connect what we're learning to what's happening in the field. So in the field, operators are checking residuals throughout the system. So at the plant, outlet, throughout the distribution, even to the furthest fire hydrant. Keeping residuals between 0.2 and 2.0 milligrams per liter, depends on the regulations, ensures water is safe at every tap. So for example, sometime at the plant, we'll have 2.0 milligrams per liter. At the distribution, we'll have 1.0 milligrams per liter. And at a hydrant, we'll have 0.5 milligrams per liter. And that's it. Chlorine residual is equal to dosage minus demand. It's that simple, but vital. In our next video, we'll go one step further and learn how contact time affects disinfection. And that's the CT concept. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe and like the video.